Who has the most powerful Bijuudama, Himawari or Jura? And if you answer that Himawari is strong because she has kurama in his body, it seems that this is not the right reason. Then does that mean that Bijuudama Jura is stronger than Himawari? What do you think? I have a reason that the Bijuu Dama between the two has the same power. But before that, there is something interesting about the reason why Jubi can split into 4 and will not increase anymore. And in my opinion, these 4 Shinju are the last limit for the number of Shinju in Boruto's story. And this reason is based on the tale on the monsters that have been controlled by code. And regarding the matter of Shinju who can use Bijuu Dama, you must have understood that Bijuudama is a deadly technique that can be used by Bijuu or Jubi and even Jinchuriki to destroy any object. Bijuu Dama is made of a collection of chakra from the Bijuu's body that forms into a ball that is so powerful that it can blow up a city or village. The user must collect and balance this chakra in their mouth and form it into a ball centered on one point like Jubi once did, and then add it to their target. Most users fire their tailed monster balls as is, while others may eat the balls and fire them from their mouths and focus the attack on a narrower area rather than letting it explode around upon impact. However, there is one among the Bijuu that can use it in both ways, namely Gyuki. He can even do something in between. Not eat the tailed monster balls, but can also fire them. There is no limit to how much chakra can be put into a tailed monster's ball. Kurama has proven to be able to create Bijuu Dama that are larger than himself. Even when using a small portion of his chakra, the tailed monster can also combine their Bijuu Dama to form it into a huge ball. The Bijuu Dama is so dense that even if it floats in the air, the ball instantly creates a huge effect in the surroundings where the Bijuu Dama was shot. Despite its weight, the ball moved at an incredible speed. And when used by the tail 10, the tailed monster ball is extremely destructive to nature and creates an explosion that is visible from very far away and destroys almost everything in the area of the explosion. The extent of the damage depends on how the ball is fired and how much chakra it has. Its standard size is enough to easily destroy a mountain. The power of tailed monster orbs can even destroy small islands. But Kurama and Gyuki have been shown to cause so much damage that their destruction scorches entire mountain ranges and can be felt across continents. Bijuu Dama are relatively weaker if Jinchuriki use them without including their tailed monster mode, but are still powerful enough to pose a serious threat to people and infrastructure. If Jura and Himawari are compared to a Jinchuriki, then their attacks cannot be said to be capable of destroying a mountain. Several Jinchuriki are shown using the Bijuu Dama in unusual ways. As a 10-tailed Jinchuriki, Obito Uchiha is able to form multiple Bijuudama at once through a tree he creates, each of which can be fired in a different direction. Meanwhile, Naruto, when using Tail 9 Chakra mode, can form Bijuu Dama with his hands, similar to the way he makes Rasengan. He can also add natural energy to the Bijuudama, increasing its power and potential while allowing it to be used against white-colored balls when transforming under the influence of the 9-tailed chakra. As a 10-tailed incarnation, the sentient god tree has proven to have the ability to form a tailed monster ball from its right Rinnegan. Since it looks similar to the original Bijuudama created by Bijuu and Jubi, Jura's Bijuudama should have the same power as the original Jubi. Similarly, Himawari, since the appearance of her Bijuu Dama is the same as when Kurama released the Bijuu Dama, her power is equivalent to the release of the Bijuu. Then which of these two Bijuu Dama is the most powerful? Let's take a look at the origin of the power of Jura and Himawari one by one. Jura is a creature that was created because Jubi evolved thanks to the chakra code. Jura had said in Chapter 8 that he was an incarnation of Bijuu. Incarnation is the conception and birth of a being who is a manifestation of God, or a deity, or an immaterial force. This means that what Jura means is that because Kurama and Jura are manifestations of Jubi, Jura can feel Kurama's chakra in Naruto. More or less like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. If Jura is indeed a fragment of Jubi, it means that Jura's power and Kurama's power are balanced. They are the Jubi shards that have the best power quality out of all the Jubi shards. I believe Hidari, Shinju Bug, and Matsuri are similar to Jinchuriki Tails 8, 7, and 6, and Jura is the Tail 9. Even though I said Jura is the tail 9, that doesn't mean it's actually interpreted that way. Pay attention when Boruto sees the Jubi stored by code. How many tails did Jubi have at that time? It turns out that there are only 4 Jubi tails. The reason why the number of Shinju was only 4 and did not increase even though there were many shinobi entangled in the tree was because there were only 4 of them at that time. If Jura said that he and Kurama were both incarnations of Bijuu, then Jura was a fragment of Jubi due to some factor. Kurama was split due to Hagoromo's use of Bambutsu Sozo, while Jubi was split due to the power of his karma code or claw mark. This means that there is only a limit of 4 Shinju, just like there is only 9 Bijuu. But even though Jura is a fragment of Jubi who has 4 tails, Jura still has the strongest strength among Shinju, just like Kurama who has the strongest strength of the other Bijuu. Then what about Himawari's strength? Himawari currently has Kyubi in her body. Kyubi is a fragment of Jubi that has 10 tails. Is it because Kyubi is a fragment of 10 tails that Kyubi will be much stronger than Jura? Of course, that's not how the comparison works. You must understand that they are broken down by the number of tails of the Jubi. The number of Bijuu tails does determine who has the most Jubi chakra, but that doesn't mean that the Jubi chakra in Kurama's body is more than Jura, because Kyubi itself is actually a division of the 9 Bijuu. Since it is divided into 9 Bijuu, it means that the reduction in power is rather considerable. Then is Jura much stronger? Judging by the number of chakras, not really. Then who is actually stronger? Are they evenly matched? For now, I can guarantee that Jura is much stronger, but not based on the amount of chakra he has. Jura is much stronger because there are other factors that support it. The main one is that Jura has the code claw mark and code fighting experience. Having the code claw mark means that Jura should have also gained fighting experience. That claw mark is the power of Shinjitsu. Kurama himself doesn't have that kind of Shinjitsu ability. So for now, Jura is far superior to Himawari. What I'm talking about is based on their fighting styles. If it's based on the power of their Bijuu Dama, I'm sure their powers are evenly matched, because I already said their chakra mounts are the same. The only difference is the code's claw marks. However, even though Himawari is inferior in terms of fighting style, someday Himawari will definitely defeat Jura. That is, if Jura did not experience any development in strength in the future. If Jura still has the same strength as now in the future, then Himawari still has a chance to win because Himawari has another potential in her that has not yet been unlocked. For now, that other potential is in her Byakugan, and those are some of the reasons as to which Bijuu Dama is stronger. So regarding the matter of Bijuu Dama, who do you think is stronger? Thanks for those who already like and subscribe. iits'Nime. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.